Hello guys, it's Ivan here checking in, and as always, first things first, hope you guys are wicked. And in today's video I'm going to be ranting about something that Jim Rohn used to say a lot or very often in his seminars, which is basically, if you work on your gifts, that will make room for you. Now this one's the no-brainer. And P.S. it really doesn't matter whether you believe in religion or whatever, because it's actually something that Jim Rohn got from the Bible. Because what I loved about his talks as well, he said that his mentor, Mr. Schoff, whomever he was, taught him that you don't need to be religious, but it's a very good idea to use the Bible as a textbook, because there's often always great ideas in the Bible where if stuff is going wrong for you, you can look in the Bible, read you find a few places, a few stories where they can show you what's wrong and how to fix it and all of these things. And that's where I think they got the whole concept of, if you work on your gifts, they make room for you. Right? So I feel like today's the perfect day for this title, to rant about this, because yesterday I was just literally just talking about how it's a good thing to be passionate about something, but for most people, they weren't very lucky enough to find out what they're passionate about, or to be certain about what they're passionate about when they were young and all. So most of them get to a place where they're afraid of taking jobs or turning down perfectly good jobs because they're afraid they might be stuck in that job because they're not passionate about it and whatnot. And for those people, we just encourage you to take the job, because passion will come. Maybe passion will come or it will not. If it comes, well and good. If it doesn't show up, then you always have the choice to walk away. You can always quit and find another job, right? That's the beautiful thing about that. So don't turn down perfectly good jobs because you're afraid you might be stuck, or you might not be passionate about it. Just do it. If you don't like it, quit. Go do the next best thing, right? And the other thing was, in that video that was interesting is, some people are passionate about things that are not really that don't really align with who they are as people, right? Some people love medicine, but they're squeamish. They can't stand blood. They can throw up upon seeing it, or sometimes pass out or whatever. So those kinds of people cannot do the job of their passion, right? They cannot become doctors or surgeons or whatever. But the upside to it is they can always work on their gifts, and their gifts will make room for them. And also today, a little earlier on, right? I actually not earlier on, literally about 10 or 15 minutes ago, I was watching a video about Mark Cuban, and Ty Lopez was asking him all these interesting questions, and one of his answers were that obviously. Now, to set up this answer, most wealthy people like the Warren Buffetts, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, whatever, they're often always telling people to do what you love, which makes sense, because obviously if you do what you love, you will go all the way, right? You will set aside your ego, you will set aside your outcome, the outcome that you want, the outcome dependency, and actually cater for what other people want and do things and try to execute your goal basing on serving someone else's need or something like that, right? And obviously when you're passionate about what you're doing, you will stick it out through the hard times and all of these great things. But according to Mark Cuban, he says you don't necessarily have to be passionate about something. Just find something where your efforts are the greatest. For example, and I think what he meant by that is work on your gift, something you're very good at, right? If something you're very good at, people want something you're very good at, right? Whether that be your musical skills or whatever. Because I've got this friend of mine who plays he plays a few instruments, like the drums, what else? The guitar, I think. He plays a few instruments. I don't remember some of them, but like, he gets gigs where he's paid about $2,000 to play the drums, and I'm like, dude, that's a lot of money. So if he keeps on doing this sort of thing, because this is a gift he has, he's very he's a very musical person, but like this is sort of thing that he's doing on the side. But if he actually put in more effort into this gift, you can see where he can he can build on it, and he can actually, who knows, maybe in the future he can even get a chance to join a band or whatever, something like this. So if he works on his gifts like this, they will build on him. So it's the same concept here as well. It's the same concept that Mark Cuban was saying as well. If you have a gift and it's how do you call it? It's basically it's needed on the market out there. Do that, okay? Put all your efforts in that, and you will. And he also said this interesting thing. It has nothing to do with this, but he said, actually, and that's somewhat relevant, but he said, don't be afraid to try. Failing is inevitable, right? So don't be afraid to try. Of however many tries you will attempt, right? You only need one success. Of the however many tries, just keep trying. You only need one success to live the dream that you want. Just one success. So don't be afraid to try, because failing is inevitable. But yeah, back to what what he said that I thought was interesting. Obviously, invest, bang the fucking guns on where your energy is the highest. So work on your gifts, and they will always make room for you. Don't neglect something you're very good at just because you think, you want to do business, so you get richer like that way or whatever. Always work on your gifts. They will always make room for you. Anyway, I hope you guys like this, and I hope it wasn't too long. And if you did enjoy it, obviously leave smash the like button, leave comments and let me know what you want me to talk about, for future videos. Subscribe for more, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Done.